Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Saturday, December the 21st, 2024. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, we got some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out to give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas, over there if you're a brand spanking new player to the game. You're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome with great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. Okay, so first things first, as most of us know by now, the Festive Scorched have been deactivated here in the game. And of course, there'll be two ways that we can obtain the festive gifts, and we'll go after that at the end of this video. I also made a video a few days ago showing you how to craft your own gifts. We also go over the Santatron, so you can check that video out if you so wish. It's timestamped. And as you can see, it is double score weekend, so that's pretty awesome. It started this past Thursday and usually spills over into the coming Monday, which is pretty cool. Now we are going to use a score booster drink. I highly recommend doing that. So if we go ahead, top right hand corner, you can see I have one left. Means the score booster drink will increase 25% for 24 hours. So of course you can only use one score booster drink at a time. So let's go ahead and do that. Now if you ever do that and you don't see your score move up right away, again, all you do is you back right out. And you go back into it again and you'll see it pop up. All right. So just an FYI. And while we're on the topic of double score, you'll come across maybe some conversations, maybe several years ago, where people are asking and talking about waiting to do their weekly challenges for double score weekends. And maybe it happened once upon a time ago. I can't remember, but now, as of right now, the weekly challenges are not involved with the double score weekend. So you can do your weekly challenges at any time. Only your daily challenges are affected by the double score. All right, so just an FYI. And if you also take a look at the top right hand corner of the screen, of course, we use that score booster drink. I have a 40% score boost going on, so that's why I have a lot more score than maybe some of you. First you saw the 15% boost, and of course we claimed that right off the current season 19 season pass on 2 pages, the 5% and the 10%. And of course I just used that score booster drink, which boosted up to 40%. Right, so we did quite a bit of score going on right now, and definitely recommend it. Now, if you don't have score booster drinks available to you, you can buy score booster drinks in the Atomic Shop if you so wish. They'll be down here in the utility section, and they are available right here. Sometimes they go on for sale once in a while, and I believe even on the season 19 season pass, you can buy a couple slots. There's some score booster drinks that you can buy using your tickets. Right, so keep that in mind. Okay, let's take a look here to see what we got for our dailies. Build a floor or a wall in a shelter 10. Right, so just in case you did not know, or if you're brand new to the game, you can get yourself a free shelter here in the game. If you make your way up here to Vault 51, if you're lower level, I would say the hardest part is making your way up here. But once when you do, the quest is about 5-7 minutes long. It's very easy to do. I did it several months ago with my lower level character, and you can check out that video. So it's just in case you're having any questions or you're running into any issues. Again, there's no enemies involved. And at the end of that little quest, you get yourself a free vault, and you get a couple of decorations for that vault. So that's pretty awesome. Now, if you were a returning player and you were around way back, season 13 scoreboard, that's right back in the day when we had the scoreboards, and you made it all the way to rank 100, you would have claimed a sound stage shelter for free, right? FYI. And if you paid for Fallout First just once, just 1 month, you paid for Fallout First, and you claimed the Vault Lobby Shelter, and even if you don't pay for Fallout First anymore, you'll always have that shelter. So just to give you what that looks like, I do have 3 shelters myself. All 3 I got for free. All right. All right, let's see what's going in our shelter here. Just around the corner. Let's go ahead inside. Now, this one here is the Vault Lobby Shelter. Get for being Fallout First. All right, and what we got to do is take a look here. Build a floor or a wall in a shelter. All right, good stuff. So let's go ahead. We're going to go to our build menu here. Going to go floor. Craft a couple of these bad boys if we so wish. Let's grab these little short ones here. And again, you can decide to do whatever way you want to do. It's up to you. I don't plan on keeping this stuff myself. I'm just going to be scrapping it. And you can make all floors if you so wish. You can build something in your shelter if you so wish, whatever you want to do, and keep it. When you do scrap, you do get a little bit of it back. Not a whole lot, obviously, but a little bit. Just like that. As easy as it is. All right, let's head back out here. All right. Let's see what's next. Like the microscope or biometric scanner too. So I usually like to go off with the microscopes. You will come across some older videos I made, maybe early 2023. Kind of like the short standalone videos. I show you some great locations. Now, the name of those videos is Scrap Junk to Produce Crystal. Okay, so of course when we scrap microscopes, we can get crystal. And I think there's about 3 or 4 of them here on my channel. Again, they are older videos, so I don't recommend wearing a headphone because I'm using my older equipment back then. But again, they're still valid today if you want to check those out. But microscopes we can find in most places. Right down here at the Skyline Valley, we have the Hawksbill Weather Station. It's a pretty good spot. Right up here, actually, at Morgantown High School. Once when you enter the white doors, the double white doors, you just stay on the main level and you go to the science lab. They'll see a bunch of pumpkins that are kind of painted on the walls. There's 4 of them in there. Probably one of the best spots for microscopes is right here, Ella Ames bunker. So once when you go down in the bunker, you go right straight down the hallway, and at the end of the hallway will be her little lab, and there's usually 6 microscopes in there. It's a really, really good, reliable spot. For today's video, we're actually going to go right here to good old White Springs. Nice free fast travel. We're actually going to go to this icon right here, the White Spring Resort. Let's go ahead. Of course, we're going to go right inside. That one. Microscopes are good for a lot of good things. What we're going to do is we're going to head up this way here. To the right, we're going to go through the tavern here. And once when you're in this medical bay, it's good for 3 microscopes. Okay, there'll be a microscope just over here. Then there'll be 2 more over here. And this is a pretty good spot, nice and easy. Now, if you ever do come here and these are already gone and you're on a public server, that means somebody already come by and taken them. All right, FYI, but they should be here for you. You can always fast travel this area or try out one of those other spots that I had kind of mentioned there, okay? Right on. What's next here, Jimmy? Ah, boys. Kill a Brahmin 1. Great spot for Brahmin. Probably one of the best spots. Nice and easy for all levels is right here. Good old Flatwoods. Let's pop over here. Yourself in trouble, Jimmy. All right, once when you're here in good old Flatwoods, we have this house with the red star on it. And there's 3 Brahmin right here. Now, this is pretty much everyone, even if you're lower level, probably had traveled through here at some point. And there's our Brahmin 1 for 1 done. Just like that. So we get the 3 here. There's 2 more over here. There's one up by that trailer, as you can see. Yeah. Then we have his sister Gladys right here. Mr. Opossum and Mrs. Opossum. And we have 4 more Brahmin just on the other side of this garage here with the yellow peak. There's 4 more in this location. Pretty good spot. Again, you can make it as hard as easy as you want, but a nice easy spot there for some Brahmin. believe there's also some Brahmin up at the Wayward as well. Now, I haven't tried killing those guys, but I know the ones here in Flatwoods are easy and nice and squishy. Grab some ribeye, make some ribeye steaks out of them. It's a good time. Hey, what's next? Sell a ski sword to an NPC vendor 1. Okay, so you can go ahead and craft a ski sword if you are able to at a weapons workbench. I think we have a weapons workbench around here somewhere. That's an armor's workbench. There's one up here. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look here. So again, you can craft your own ski sword. I believe it's under Edge Melee. Right there. But again, you need the plan for it to craft this. Right, so FYI, you can go ahead and craft it and sell it to an NPC vendor if you so wish. Now, we can find ski swords randomly through the game in a couple of spots. Pretty good spot here at White Powder Winter Sports, Pleasant Valley Ski Resort, and I believe even around the Pleasant Valley cabins you can easily find the ski swords. All right, so we're actually going to go to the White Powder Winter Sports here. And another right here at Pleasant Valley Ski Resort, we could find it on the outside, and even down where the robot resin, I believe it's vendor bot resin. There's a couple ski swords right where he's at in that kind of basement, sub basement kind of level of that main building, right? All right, so White Powder Winter Sports. We are going to come across some Scorched here. So we'll take care of them. Now, even though, as I mentioned, the Festive Scorched have been deactivated, okay, you will still see the odd one around, as we discovered yesterday, okay? So just an FYI, they said they deactivated them, but you will still see them around. We can still gather some legendary items off them, which is fine by me. Take all that junk. All right, so let's head upstairs here. Oh, I got him right through there too, didn't I? Awesome. All right, so ski sword, there'll be one right over here. As you can see, just go ahead and pick him up there. And I believe there's usually another one on this level here. Oh. There's some composite skis, some outfits. Holes, okay, but I thought there was another ski sword. That's fine. So when you get your ski sword, whether you craft it or you find it using the locations I just mentioned are right here at White Powder Winter Sports, what do you have to do with it? Sell it to an NPC vendor. So that means any robot vendor at any train station, okay? Any robot vendor down here at the White Spring Mall. So if you go to the north entrance and you go inside, it takes you right downstairs to the mall. Now you can use this entrance here as well, but it's just an extra loading screen to get down there. Right in Flatwoods, right where we're at in the White Church there, a few minutes ago, there's a robot vendor there. Of course, we have the Duchess, which is right here in the Wayward. And of course, our camp gets visited by traveling merchants, right? So that's always an option as well. Let's pop over here to the Wayward. And we'll sell this to the Duchess this time. Last couple of times we've been selling it to robot vendors at train stations. Good to kind of mix it up just to give you guys other options. You know what I mean? Go ahead and trade. Here's our ski sword there. There you go. Sell a ski sword to an NPC vendor. Done. Awesome. Get back outside here. Alright, what's next here? Kill Blood Eagle 10. Okay, so Blood Eagles again. Many great spots here in the forest where this particular type of icon here is we'll come across Blood Eagle. So we have the crosshair. We have the Twin Pine Cabins. Hunter's Ridge. Nice squishy spots. We have good old Blood Eagle Alley, I like to call it. Starts down here at the Sludge Works. Roland's Labor Camp. Widow's Perch. Killbox. Pigsty. Right up through here we have the Cliff Watch. South Cutthroat Camp. Seneca Game Camp. Ammo Dump. Bloody Franks. Crimson Prospect. So there's many great options there for you guys, okay? Let's pop down here to the old kill box here, and we'll take care of these guys down here. Now, of course, we did this as a weekly challenge this past Tuesday, so we did go to a couple of locations. You can check that video out if you so wish. Now, we can kill these guys any old which way. If you have some grenades on you, a couple of Molotovs, what have you. Any type of weapon will work. This weapon is very loud, so you can hear me coming from a mile away. Oh wow, right on. Oh, how you doing? Oh. There we go. Ouch. Wow. Oh, we're over there. Alright, let's pick some stuff up here.
Why are you hiding?
Sometimes there's one that kind of hangs out in here. They come out at the last minute. Oh, wow. There we go. Kill Blood Eagle 10 for 10. Done. Just like that. Super easy. All right. What do we got over here today? Let's check. Not a whole lot going on. Let's see anything over there. All right. Eat a plant-based meal 10. Okay, so if you're a carnivore mutation, you can definitely complete this challenge. Very similar, if you're a herbivore mutation, you can eat the meat-based meal for the daily, weekly challenges. It's going to count, okay? So, plant-based meal, again, when you harvest crops, when you, as soon as you harvest them, your character, your player, will always learn a recipe. And it's just a simple recipe. And for the vast majority of the daily, weekly challenges that we do, most times it's all it needs. It's the only thing that'll satisfy. You don't need to have a recipe that you have to go buy or find. You'll automatically learn by simply harvesting crops. It's very similar to meat. When you kill animals or insects and you pick up the meat, your character will learn a simple recipe. You can craft at a cooking station. They'll always know that recipe, all right? So we can grab some, harvest some crops up here at Aaronhold Homestead, Cobbleton Farm. Of course, we have Silva Homestead, Billings Homestead. Just around the corner from Big Al's Tattoo Parlor, we have that red barn with a little field there with some corn and razor grain in it. Right behind the General Steakhouse is pretty good. We have a bunch of unmarked farms right along this little highway here. Right, so just an FYI there. So there's many great options. One of my go-to spots is, of course, Silva Homestead, Billings Homestead. Now, if you do have crops in your camp, definitely the way to go. But just always remember, if you do plant too many crops, it does take up quite a bit of budget. Like if you plant some corn or razor grain, it does chew up quite a bit of the camp budget. So it's going to keep in mind. But I always do recommend to people at least have corn or razor grain, because there's so much you can do with corn and razor grain, not just for daily, weekly challenges like this one, but also corn and razor grain for crafting alcoholic beverages, fermenting alcoholic beverages, drinking alcoholic beverages. So it just opens it right up. All right. Now, when you are harvesting vegetables, there's a perk card that'll help you out. Of course, it's under perception. It'll be called Green Thumb. Read twice as much when harvesting flora. So instead of one, you pick up two. All right. So we're going to go ahead here. We're going to pick up some corn. So we have to make sure we have enough to make some meals out of it, so we should have enough there. Let's take a look. How many do we got here? 18 corn. That's more than enough. Okay. And even if you went down to Billings Homestead, just down the road or right by that house down there, okay, of course there's a big field of razor grain down there, whatever you want to do. But as soon as your character, let's say you did the same thing as me, picked up that corn, you will automatically learn the recipe corn soup. Okay. And if you pick up razor grain, you'll automatically learn the recipe for razor grain soup and razor grain flour. All right. So FYI, just to give you guys, let you guys know. And I only mention that because I think it was a couple of months ago, someone had mentioned, how do they get the recipe for corn soup? And I just simply said, just go pick up some corn and your character will learn the recipe. Right. So now that we got our corn, let's go to a cooking station, because it's obviously has to be a meat-based meal. So let's head back here. Now we can go to any camp. Another train station that has a cooking station. You don't have to go to your own camp, whatever you want to do, whatever's the closest one. I think I'm going to need some boiled water for this, so let's grab some boiled water while we got it. Now, if you don't have a water boiler, of course, to make boiled water, 2 dirty water equals 1 boiled water. You can get that from a fountain, you can get it from a sink, get it from any source of water in the game. Okay, so you just got to collect it that way. All right, let's go to our cooking station here. Let's go craft. Go all food. Corn soup. Craft 10 of them. All right, good stuff. And again, a simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up corn. All right, let's go under stats just so I can show you that I am a carnivore mutation, as you can see there. Let's go ahead and eat our corn soup. And again, the same thing if it's vice versa. If it says eat a meat-based meal and you're a herbivore mutation, it's going to count. You don't have to re-roll it. Same kind of deal. Just go out, kill some animals, cook it up, get her done. All right, what's next here? All right, visit a best built camp 1. All right, so let's go ahead. I am on a private server. However, we do know that best built camps will show up on private servers, but we'll take a little gander here just before we leave this one. All right, let's go ahead here. All right. That was a pretty nice camp. It used to be right across from the Wayward. I don't have that camp anymore, unfortunately. Took up a lot of space. All right, let's take a look here. All right, so all kinds of best builds here. So I do want to make a mention. There has been times doing these daily challenges looking for a best built camp. Sometimes it has proven difficult. And someone in the comments had made at that time, and it was a really good tip and a good point, that if the server is like really new, like if it's a public server, you won't find any best built camps right away. All right, so you got to give a little bit time. Okay, so this server here that we just landed on must be a little bit a little bit longer, a little bit more older server, because we got a couple of best builds around. There's quite a few people on here. So just kind of keep that in mind if you ever come across that same deal. Let's pop over to this person's camp here. We'll just fast travel. You can utilize the free fast travels in the game if you're a person that doesn't like the fast travel or don't have the caps to. We definitely do that with my lower level character. Utilize the free fast travels as much as possible. All right, so let's go ahead here. Let's walk into the camp. Perfect, and that's all it is. This is the best built camp. It's as easy as it is right there. What we got in here anyway? Oh, she's pretty empty. Huh, right on. All right. Okay. Let's head back to our camp here, Christmas camp. Wow. Right on. Okay, and I think we are done. We are, just like that. Double score weekend. Pretty awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead here. We're going to take a look. Because we don't have Festive Scorched or many Festive Scorched in the game, we don't have any dailies associated with them. So the only ways we can get our festive gifts now, as I mentioned in that video I made a couple days ago, and as we did in yesterday's daily challenge video, is we have the Santatron here. So if you do have a Collectron like I do, if you have the Santatron or other type of Collectrons, you can change whatever they collect by using this terminal here, okay? But if we go to the atomic shop here real quick, of course the Santatron is available for everyone, and that's what Bethesda had promised us. So it's right here. All right, and of course this guy here will collect gifts of various quantity, okay? And so I have different types of Collectrons myself. And if you do that, you just go and instead of having to switch out, you know, like the visible appearance of it, right? You just go to the little terminal here. And this is where you can switch what it collects. Okay, so right now I have gifts selected. Okay, so I can go back to Nuka-Cola, which is what it's supposed to collect. But this is what you can do for these Collectrons. It's actually a really good deal for having that available to us. Let's see what he got here. All right, so he only has one small holiday gift from yesterday. So yesterday he actually had quite a few gifts on him, but this time here he only has one small holiday gift. So that's something you always got to keep in mind. Okay, sometimes you can have none. Sometimes you might have one. Sometimes you might have 5. It's totally random what this thing collects. All right, so don't be mad if you don't have any gifts, right? So just in FY, just take everything out, and then that way there it'll allow him to collect more stuff. Now, a lot of people have suggested if you have multiple camps, okay, set all your Collectrons to collect gifts, okay, and some people even go as far as if they're on private servers to claim the workshops. And you can craft or build these Collectrons to collect gifts in those workshops. So you have your camps and the workshops you can utilize and just stay on that server for a couple hours and do some stuff there. And that's a real good way. It's a real nifty tip there. So let's go ahead. We're going to grab that small gift there. Now you see how it says small holiday gift, okay? That small holiday gift, of course, will be under aid. Item and then aid here. And so when we used to collect from the Festive Scorched, this is the type of gift that you would get. Small holiday gift as compared to a gift that you craft yourself, right? So now that we got that out of our Collectron here, let's go to the atomic shop. And we are going to claim our stack of wrapping paper here. And of course, I mentioned it's under special free special offers. And today we have 20 low quality gift wrap. Right, so you can go ahead and claim it here if you so wish, or you can go down here to utility, same thing. Now it's not an extra 20, it's either or section. So let's go ahead and we will claim it from here. Let's go back up to the feature second, just so I can show you As you can see, it says already claimed. All right, so don't think that it's 40. All right, so just an FYI there. All right, so let's go ahead, and as I mentioned in that video I made, we're going to go ahead and craft these gifts here. All right, so of course we do that at the Tinker's Workbench. Let's go ahead and go craft. Now we see that gift option here. Now this gift option here at the Tinker's Workbench, this only comes around when we have Festive Scorched in town. Okay, now sometimes like this past summer in July, we had Festive Scorched, so it was available then. But it's only available when Festive Scorched are around only, or when that event is going on. And then you slide it over. So to make one small handmade holiday gift, 2 adhesive, and of course 1 low quality gift wrap paper, which we got for free. So let's go ahead. We're going to craft all 20 of them. Nice. All right. Now when we go to our aid section now, as you can see the difference between the 2 type of gifts. Like they look the same. Now it says small holiday gift. That's the one you get from the Collectron or from a Festive Scorched, which what we used to have. And then we have the small handmade holiday gifts, and these are the ones that you craft with the wrapping paper. Okay. Now, if you are short on ammo, this is what I usually suggest to people. All right. So right now I'm always short on 45 ammo, or always short. So because I have a couple of weapons that are like automatic, and they just choose through the 45 ammo. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my stash box here, go down to the weapons section. I'm going to grab a weapon that takes 45. So we're going to grab this lever action here. It's not just good enough to do that. You actually have to go back to your Pip-Boy under weapons and then equip that weapon. All right, so I got to equip it just like that. So that way there, when I draw my weapon, it draws out. But you don't have to have it drawn like this. You can just kind of put it away, but as long as it's equipped, okay? Then that way there, you'll get the ammo for that weapon. All right, and that's what I suggest. It'll just save you some, from crafting it or trying to find it or whatever, and you do get quite a bit of ammo. All right, so let's go ahead here. We're going to go back down to aid, and we are going to open up this small holiday gift that we got from the Collectron. Let's go ahead and do that, and you'll see what pops up in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Sorry, top left-hand corner of the screen, Jim. All right, now you can open these gifts lightning fast. You can take your time. You can open up a couple, come back later, whatever you want to do, whatever you feel comfortable and works for you when you're opening up these gifts. I'm just going to open up one at a time here at a reasonable pace. Look at that. We got some plans in it, so that's interesting. Now, someone had asked a few days ago, and it's probably one of the most common questions, is what is the huge difference between gifts that we get from the Festive Scorched or the Santatron as compared to the gifts that you make? Okay. I find my experience is that there is no difference. I think that whatever spawn rate to get plans, like those special plans, I think it's the same between the 2 gifts. Whether you craft it yourself or you get it from a Festive Scorched or a Santatron, I don't think that rate changes, okay? At least not from my experience. I've gotten the equal quality stuff from either or, to be honest with you, right? All right, there we go. Good stuff. So there's the last gift here. Let's pop down to ammo so I can show you. So look, we get 668 45 ammo. We started off with none. Pretty awesome, eh? Right? So as I mentioned, you got to have that weapon equipped in order to get that ammo. All right? So just an FYI, just a little tip there. Let's head back down to the news section here and see, check out those plans. So we got a plan that I don't even know yet. This Plastiform Candy Cane Red. So that's pretty cool. What else we got here? A bunch of junk, some coal. Get a Plastiform Candy Cane. I already know that. We got a, Mounted Antlers, another plane I don't know. So that's pretty awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. And I think that's it. Yeah. We got a couple of plans from those small ones. So that's definitely interesting for sure. All right. Let's take a look at the weapon of the day here. It is this anti-armor rusted tactical Tesla rifle. It is plus 50% armor penetration, plus 50% chance to hit a target in VATS, minus 25% action point cost, excuse me. The mods I have is semi-automatic barrel, reflex sight, and this awesome looking rustic paint. 129 electrical damage, and it takes cell. Now, it being considered a rifle, let's take a look at the perk cards here. Of course, under perception, we have rifleman, expert rifleman, master rifleman, all maxed out. We have tank killer, concentrated fire, tenderizer. Let's take that off and put suppressor on. Yeah, I forgot to do that yesterday, Jim. There we go. What else we got here? Covert operative, evasive, white knight, adrenaline. Of course, we have these random luck cards here, and you guys see those kind of being activated by pure luck, of course. You guys kind of see it popping up on the screen when it happens. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. They stay the same. They're all maxed out, and these perk cards have definitely helped me out over the little while here. And I definitely highly recommend them. Alright, there you guys go. Nice. Nice. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Not Me But Me, Yes Me, That's Me, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confounded Bridge, Ghost Primus, Corn, Van Niekirk, Ben Durant. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.